Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanuous here. Welcome to episode number 40, the big 4-0 of this NHL 22 Minnesota Wild franchise mode here in the state of hockey on my channel. If you guys have missed episodes up to this point, head up into that top corner. If you do enjoy this one, show your support down below by dropping a like, subscribing, and hitting notifications, and also leave comments to possibly get featured. So, we have been facing a little bit of pressure in this series about trading up for too many lottery picks. So with that in mind, looking at our team right now, we essentially would lose our entire top six apart from Gaspard Lapierre if we actually went through with, removing first round lottery pick kind of players, like especially lottery players more so than just first rounders. Because some first rounders, they're actually good picks. A guy like Brendan Carlson, he's the last pick of the first round. He's essentially a second rounder, but he's still a really good player who's been important to our team's success. Along with that, even guys like Eriksson, 17th overall. That's not even lottery anymore at that point with 32 teams. So, I wouldn't count him as like a trade up kind of player, but we do have lots of guys in the system that could potentially influence stuff like this as well. Sixth rounders like Hornquist, late first rounders like Josh Lawrence. Like, there are good enough players that are coming up the system, especially a guy like Emiliano Mikkelsen, that we could make it work if we had to. And I think that might actually start to trend towards that and be the case, just as far as we have got one hell of a cap crunch coming up. Like, I have never seen a cap crunch this bad. Like, if we go and look at the team for all expiring, yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or 11 NHL potential players roughly. That's like over half our lineup right there. And then we have both our goalies too in Strudwick and Wallstedt. So, not only that, but Jose Strudwick wants $10 million. Don't get me wrong, the guy just set a regular season record for most wins by like a rookie goalie or just a goalie in general. I don't know why he classified as rookie goalie. He shouldn't have, but he put up a ridiculous season this year with 56 wins. He literally only lost 14 games out of 70. So, yeah, Jose Strudwick is definitely a keeper. We're going to be holding on to him regardless of what happens with salary caps and stuff like that. He has to be a guy that we look to for the future. On defense, most of our defense is expiring here. I obviously want to keep these three main kind of like top four players here in Eriksson, Dominguez, and Sexton. They all fit the system quite well. It's just more so a matter of finding the money to pay these guys. And with that in mind, it might actually result in us trading away one or two players. Obviously, I don't want to have to trade away top defensemen like Weller and Oduya, but that might actually have to be what happens here because, I just don't know how else we're going to manage this. So, with that in mind for the other positions here, Michkov's making $12.37 million, which is ridiculously expensive. The left wing is loaded, but that spreads out across our right wing as well. Mario Cote isn't exactly the best contract in the world here, either at $3.8 million. He's not bad, but at 24 years old, I was really hoping he'd be kind of more around Lapierre's level of like 89, 90 rated. And then, of course, Karpotsev's just gone off here and looks like the new face of the franchise here potentially. But with that in mind, Matthew Boldy still signed up to 3 years at $9.925 million. That's expensive. Center-wise, Howie Bullen's the only real deal there. Everybody else is okay. Marquardt is expecting way too much money for what he's valued at right now, and that's going to be an issue. Jagger Foligno wants $13 million. That's half of our cap space right there in one player. So I'm not entirely sure how we're going to manage it. We might not even offer contract extensions in this episode, to be honest. But I need you guys to go down below and let me know which players you want to see stay, which players you think are asking too much money, which players you think need to go, and who's expendable, who's not, and are we pushing for like a non-lottery team here in the future? That would be a really cool idea, but at the same time, we'd miss out on potential franchise records from guys like Foligno and Michkov and Oduya and so on. Like we would be losing out on that, but at the same time, we're just over halfway through this series at this point. Like we are, let's see, we are, how many seasons in? We're 13 seasons in out of a 25-year save. So yeah, we're just over halfway through at this point. And I don't know, do you guys want to see new stuff going on here with this team and us pushing for like potentially trying to land draft steals that turn into franchise talents, things like that? Like, I don't know what direction you guys want to see this series go. Obviously, we have some crazy good players in this team already that we have landed as draft steals, guys like AJ Dominguez. And I mean, like, even coming up the system here, too, how about a look at a guy like, you know, Jared Rasmussen, 7th round pick turned into, like, he's going to be an AHL star next year, probably. And then along with that, he's just gotten better every single year. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But today we are getting into the playoffs. Obviously, our team is locked and loaded to take on anybody that is so fortunate to land us as a playoff matchup. But we will be taking on the St. Louis Blues first. And they've got a pretty decent team. Their forwards are really good, and the defense is where it does kind of drop off. So, you know, we're going to have to expose and attack that defense if we're going to win this series. So let's not waste any more time now with the conversations and controversies and everything of this series. Let's just get to trying to win Minnesota their 6th Stanley Cup of this franchise mode. So let's get to it. Game 1, we get Dominguez back. That is good because Dominguez is going to slot in here quite nicely. And I don't know why the chemistry has decided to just stop working. That's always cool, but let's go Dominguez and, yeah, Eriksson. All right, so game 1, 5-3 loss. Terrible start to the series. Happy Bullen has 3 points, but that's not enough to win us the game. So, all right, so into game 2 here now, and obviously we want to try to win this one. And we do 5-2. All right, not too bad there. Team's actually looking like they have some resilience. And into game 3, all right, Krajicek's injured apparently. Game 3 against St. Louis, we win 5-2 again. Matvei Michkov is now awake. That is what we needed. All right, that's exactly what we wanted to see. All right, into game number 4. Do we go up 3-1 or do they tie at 2-2? And we go up 3-1. Beautiful. All right, not only that, but we also completed a 3-0 sweep in the minors there. Iowa looking strong. All right. All right, into game number 5, and we can potentially eliminate the St. Louis Blues here without any real issues. And first period, 2-1 game, Michkov and Rossu. How do you say his name? Rossu. Lucas Rossu. So Michkov and Rossu score, and second period, 4-2 game, Boldy and Foligno score. So that should essentially be it for round 1, unless St. Louis comes storming back, which they might, but they've only gotten 15 shots, and Strudwick's been pretty decent. So continuing on here, yeah, it's just not a close game here, really. 5-2, Mario Cote makes it a 5-2 game. Again, we're just shooting the lights out here. Lapierre scores as well, 6-2. And that one was not close at all. So extremely strong performances here from the Wild in round 1, and we get through to the second round with ease as the second quickest team to do it after the Edmonton Oilers there. So advancing on, Foligno's a goal and an assist per game, which is absolutely ridiculous. And all right, AHL playoffs are ready to go here too. The NHL playoffs should just be a day away, and we're waiting on Detroit and Toronto. Okay, so with that in mind, we will take on the Dallas Stars next. I believe they finished like second place in the NHL. I might be wrong there. No, they finished third. Okay, so this is going to be a tough matchup. But taking a peek at the Dallas Stars lineup now, and, well, it should be an interesting series. Of course, they're going to be a good team. And, yeah, Alavara and Bulbrook together is just, it's so good. Like, if you put a decent center, why is Jack Hughes not centering that line? Don't ask me why he wouldn't be, but he's not. And yeah, Bulbrook is just, he's an animal as well, so. All right. Yeah, okay, this is a serious lineup here. We are going to have to be extremely cautious and sound defensively if we are going to beat the Dallas Stars here. So, all right, let's get to it. All right, so taking on Dallas here in game 1. I mean, AHL starts off 1-1 tie. All right, not too bad. Game 1 against Dallas, 5-4 OT loss. That one hurts. Okay, on home ice too. Come on, boys. Game number 2, we bounce back. 4-3 win. Jagger Foligno, 17 points in 7 games. He is proving that he is worth every dollar of the contract we're going to have to give him. So, game number 3, do we go up 2-1 or down 2-1? And we go up 2-1. Oh my god. 8-3 win. Foligno puts on another 2 points. He is crushing it. But so are the Oilers. Oh my god. They might just sweep right through rounds 1 and 2. All right. Into game number 4 against Dallas here. We lose Eriksson to a mild concussion, but we still win the game 6-4. Oh no, Edmonton blows their perfect streak there. Vegas beats them, but oh my god, Jagger Foligno has 22 points in just 9 games. That's absurd. In the AHL, we are up 3-2. All right, we just need one more win here against Rockford. That would be great. Do we get it? Well, we lose Joshua Lawrence, and looks like, yes, we do. All right, 4-1 win. Looks good. Yuri Zaikov's having a playoffs. All righty then. So, into game number 5. Looks like every series could potentially end in 5 here if Edmonton, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Tampa all win. And in game 5, we lose 7-3. The Oilers, everybody loses in game 5 there that was supposed to go on. All right, so let's simulate this one, see if we can knock out the Stars. First period, 2-0 start. That's really good from Michkov and Weller. Second period, 4-1 game. It's essentially over at this point. Boldy and Foligno sealed a deal, and now we just got to ride out the last 20 minutes and, of course, not give up a bunch of goals. Jack Hughes scores once on the power play there, and that's all Dallas gets out of that 5-on-3. That wasn't great on our part for taking so many penalties, but Dallas is playing well still. And, if they get 2 quick ones here, we could be going to Game 7, but it doesn't look like that's the case, and it is not. As we move on to face either the Edmonton Oilers or Vegas Golden Knights in the conference finals. Strudwick had a .937 save percentage. That is an insane night. How about 25-11 for Foligno? Oh my god, this is the most ridiculous simulation I've maybe ever seen. All right, so Game 7 here. Well, starting off against Tucson, Iowa's doing pretty darn good for themselves. So, all right, still advancing on here, and there's scouting to do as well. Okay. All right, so it's going to be the Edmonton Oilers that we will take on in the conference finals, and Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh will face off against each other in the East. So, taking a look at these 3 remaining teams here, and starting it off with, of course, our Edmonton Oilers rivals here. They got a pretty decent team. Nothing super crazy. I don't know why they're playing Kyle Connor at center, but they have definitely overachieved as a team. Not exactly the most deep lineup here. They're not bad, but I'm pretty sure they're playing some forwards on defense, and there's almost no goaltending there. Yeah, but oh no, Benjamin Gleason is a defenseman. Okay, so they're not actually doing as bad as I thought, but still, just not a very strong lineup there, considering they just beat Vegas, and Vegas looks like this. Much stronger defense, quite a stronger forward core as well, except for Connor McDavid, so maybe McDavid just single-handedly beat Vegas. I wouldn't even be surprised if that was the case, but as far as Tampa goes, they actually look all right. Reginald Mears is easily the best player on their team, unless... Oh, they got Mo Sider. Okay, Sider's pretty good too. And, yeah, okay. They've got a semi-decent lineup. Is Pittsburgh better? I would assume so. Yeah, Jurasek is ridiculously good, and oh yeah, they are better. No question there. Shane Wright looks amazing. Samu Heikkinen, we know this guy can score at will, essentially. And yeah, okay, that shouldn't even be a question in the East, but we'll see, because you never know who's actually going to take off and have a good playoff round, but I would bet on meeting Pittsburgh in the finals out of anybody. So let's take on Edmonton here. Things are going okay for Iowa, and all right, they're going a little bit better now. Yuri Zaikov's playing amazing, but nobody is playing as well as Jagger Foligno right now. Like, if we look through the entirety of the playoffs here for the whole league rather than just Minnesota, it's not even close. Like, Bulbrook was good, but like 4-point difference between Michkov and Foligno, and they're playing on the same line, and 5 points between Foligno and Mures. Like, that's just, it doesn't get really any better than that. So, alrighty, let's get to it. Should be an interesting series, and game one, we get Eriksson back, which is always a good thing. Alright, and Eriksson should just slot kind of right back in where Taylor was playing there. +5 chemistry, beautiful. Alright. Strudwick hasn't exactly been great in the playoffs here so far, but that's okay. So, oh my god, 8-0 win in game one. That's insane. Alright, game two, 4-1 win. A little bit, reel it back into reality a little more there. We still beat them, but it's not as ridiculous. Iowa trying to go through to meet Laval in the final here in the AHL. That's looking good. Alright, game number 3 against the Oilers, and it's another 4-1 win. And we lose to Tucson, unfortunately. Alright, let's see. Do they win it in game 6? Yes, they do. Beautiful. 5-3 win. That's what we like to see. Alright, and can we pull off the sweep against the Edmonton Oilers here in the conference finals? Down 2-1 off the first. Down 5-2 off the second. Looks like it's not happening. And third period, it's 5-2 game. Alright, so Edmonton awakens for a game here, at least, if not, hopefully, maybe not 2 or 3, but we'll see. Alright, and into the playoffs for the AHL. Calder Cup Finals, we lose 5-3 to start things off. Not great there, but that happens. Alright, so game number 5 against the Oilers, because we could not sweep them. Starts off 0-0, we're slightly outshooting them. Second period, 1-1 game. Alright, things are looking alright here, and oh boy, 5-on-3 power play for Edmonton right off the bat. Doesn't exactly go their way as we kill it off, and halfway through the third, Edmonton gets another power play that also does not convert. They get another one. Oh my god, talk about home ice advantage, but Matvei Michkov still scores to turn the tide of the game, and that is going to be it for the Oilers. They are out in 5 on a close 2-1 final there, and 970 save percentage for Strudwick is insane. So, Foligno's got 31 points in just 16 games. He's essentially 2 points per game here. So, we'll either be taking on Pittsburgh or Tampa, and as we wait for them to finish up here, looking at this Laval series, we lose the first 2 games on home ice, which is not great. Game number 3, also a loss. That's not what we like to see, but it happens, and, well, you know what, let's sim this, because Iowa could be out in the finals here, but first period, down 2-1, second period, down 4-1. You know, I'll jump in and play to try and get Iowa, at least one game closer, change the momentum a little bit, but really overall, it's not looking too promising right now. Krajicek over to Hornquist, back to Krajicek. Decent shot, but does not really create any havoc. Oh, here we go. Lundin. Beautiful pass. Mickelson buries it. 4-2 game. Not too bad, actually, here. It was a great turnover, though. Mickelson just gets on the right end of that, but no, it was totally Lundin creating that play. And yeah, we know what he's capable of. All right, so yeah, our youngster there in Mickelson gets a goal. That's what we like to see, and well, let's see if we can keep the momentum. So there you have it, the Laval Rocket win. You guys know the celebration. If you're a Laval fan, I apologize, but we got a Stanley Cup final to get on to here, so yeah. All right, so the Rocket quite literally sweep us before the Stanley Cup Finals even start. It's sad, but it is the way it is. And Pittsburgh will indeed be the team that we meet in the finals here. I just wonder, how did that series go? It must have gone to 7 if it lasted that long. It did indeed. And, all right. We haven't faced a series longer than 6 games in the playoffs here, so let's see if Pittsburgh puts up a fight or if it's just a walk in the park for us. So, game number 1 at the XL Energy Center. We win 7-4. Jagger Foligno is on a tear. Second game, we lose 6-4. It's probably lost because I called it the period. So, all right, that's pretty bad. So, 6-4 loss, 1-1 series. We got a series on our hands. So, game number 3 in Pittsburgh at the PPG Paints Arena, and we lose 3-1. All right, Pittsburgh putting up one serious fight here, shutting down Jagger Foligno. All right, so into game number 4, we need a win here, and we do indeed get it. 5-1 victory there. Foligno, 1.5 points per game. He's just been insane. And all right, let's try to win this next one here. Obviously, we'll just sit and watch it. I'm not going to play, but first period, 1-0 game. Second period, 5-1. Oh my lord, Foligno goes off, scores 2 goals. Probably gets an assist on Michkov's goal too. And we win the game 7-4. That was a messy third period, but Foligno gets the hat trick. Kruger scores. We see multiple power play goals in that period, but yeah, just too little too late for Pittsburgh. And Jagger Foligno gets first start of the game with a hat trick night. No assists though. And yeah, he's essentially a goal per game here in the playoffs. So into game 6 in Pittsburgh. Let's see how it goes. It should be an interesting game, but first period, we're up 2-1. Good start. Karpotsev gets a goal there. Second period, 3-2 game. I'm still going to jump in and play just because we might blow this lead if I don't. I mean, we might blow this lead anyways. Like, I might blow this lead. So let's see what we can do here. Should be an interesting game, and we're 1 period away from our 6th Stanley Cup with the Minnesota Wild. Barkov knocked off the puck. Oh, good poke. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Werenski just continues on it like a hound dog there. Wins the battle and snipes it on Strudwick. So, 3-3 game. Pittsburgh's got some momentum now. And we gotta try and battle through it to get the next one here. So we'll win the face-off. That's a good start. And Dominguez takes off with this puck. All right, Lucas Rossi driving in. Oh, what a goal, Lucas Rossi. That was a gorgeous goal. Our 8th overall pick there gets his 8th of the playoffs. And we are looking like we could still win this one. So, yeah, good play there, Rossi. Cutting to the backhand, tucks it over the blocker side. And I think blocker side is actually where we are going to have to keep shooting on Askarov if we're going to beat him. So, Robertson kept that. Thought he kept it in, didn't quite, but that was close. All right, so 8 seconds left. It's a 4-3 game. We just gotta win this face-off and we'll be good. And all right, it is gonna go back. Eriksson. Oh, I iced it with 1 second left. 0.3 seconds left, man. Come on. Seriously. All right. Well, the cup's out there. No doubt about it who it will be going to at this point, unless somehow they can just win it on a shot here, but I doubt it. And there you have it. The Minnesota Wild are 6-time Stanley Cup champions. This team is an absolute dynasty. So, yeah. 6 cups for multiple of our players. Obviously, we have won. When did we get our first cup? We got our first cup back in 2026-27. And players on that team consisted of, that are still here, consisted of Foligno, Boldy, Michkov, Zilkin. Danny Zilkin's got 6 cups. What? Eriksson, Weller, Oduya, Sexton, Wallstedt. Oh my god, that is a lot of 6-time cup winners. Like, we have held this core together so well that it has really paid off. So, yeah, there you have it. What a ridiculously good season there from our team. They get it done. No issues, really. And, yeah, Game 6 in Pittsburgh. We will take home another cup. So no question, Jagger Foligno is going to be your Conn Smythe winner. He was absolutely out of this world this year. So, yeah, there you have it. Foligno deservingly gets the Conn Smythe. And as far as, we only lost 6 games going to that cup. That's pretty amazing. And of course, call out, who is it now? Boldy? Yeah, Matthew Boldy, to come claim his 2nd Stanley Cup as captain. He has been, he's been so good for our team too. Just continuously up there for Minnesota Wild records for 100-point seasons. He's just been phenomenal. So, Bryant Sexton, he might, I don't want to say he's on his way out because he has been such a crucial part of this team and one of our first, if not our very first draft steal that we actually landed in this series. He might have been, actually, now that I look at it. Yeah, Sexton was the first draft steal that we had. We got him 61st overall, has a 63 overall low elite, and he has turned into one of the best defensive defensemen in the entire league. Yeah, it's just an amazing year. Amazing sight again. Obviously in Pittsburgh this time it's not quite the same as winning it on home ice, but the team indeed gets it done. So, Jose Strudwick gets his first proper cup as our starter for the Minnesota Wild. But yeah, you guys got to let me know, who are we keeping around? Let me know all that stuff in the comments below, because really that's what we will be starting off next episode with. And yeah, it has been a crazy ride with this team, but we are going to really have to start going to work as a manager here. So there you guys have it, cup number 6. And yeah, it stung that Iowa couldn't get it done and have back-to-back, kind of like perfect seasons where both teams finish first in the league, both teams win their respective championships. But yeah, 40 points for Foligno. It really doesn't get better than that. That is insane. All right, guys, so yeah, let me know, who are we signing, who are we letting walk? There's just so many options with this team right now that we're going to have to try and sort everything out. But yeah, like a guy like Strudwick doesn't want to play for us, and we're going to very likely end up qualifying him because we just don't have any other options. So yeah, that's just how our team looks. Our goaltending is all over the place, really. Ponikarovsky actually grew significantly well despite not actually playing any games. I don't know how that happens, but it does. Philip Novak's looking okay. We got lots of good goalies in here. You guys know what our scouting and goaltending and everything is about. We've been pushing for an elite goalie for a while. Strudwick looks like we found it, but who knows, honestly. He might just end up walking away from our team despite winning 2 Stanley Cups. So, yeah, all right, that's where we're at. We've got so many good young players coming into the team that we don't necessarily have to make a push or an effort to keep everybody. We want to keep quite a few players here. There are guys that I would prefer to have stick around, but again, if we're, maybe not able to pay everybody, then it's really going to become a bit of a crapshoot as to who is starting where next year, how this team shapes up, and just how things really go. So that is where we're going to leave it for this one. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to go down below, drop a like, subscribe, hit notifications to show your support, and of course, make sure to leave me those comments because I'm going to need it for next episode. But that is it for me. This is Etaniel signing out, and until next time.